Good evening, everybody. First video in a long time. Took me a while to figure it all out and how to do it, upload, because they did all them changes and all that on YouTube. I haven't made a video probably in about 15, 16 months. But sometimes there's just so many other videos out there. And what can, we're about prepping and stuff like that. At least most of us are emergency preparedness. But how do we, my point being is, there's so much to learn from and stuff like that, and there's not really a lot I can teach any more than anybody else. But my bigger thoughts is whether it's Hillary or Trump. Obviously, we don't want Hillary in, but then Trump, on the other hand, he's only a couple notches better, but I think he's well intended. I don't think it's going to matter who wins the U.S. presidency and stuff. I think there's going to be chaos directly after, whether it's Clinton supporters or Trump supporters. Nobody's going to want nobody's going to be happy with what we're going to get. You get the new reserve, world reserve currency coming up on the 30th September. I don't know how that's going to work out, but we know one thing: everything is the can got kicked down the road too much, and I don't think it can go much more than next year. For people, I would start stocking up on food, water, as always. I always said that. Guns and ammo, guns and ammo. You know, I just went to go buy a rifle and all that last Friday. I live in Wisconsin. There's no waiting yet. Today is day 5 of not getting my gun. You know, and I got a carry and conceal permit. Obviously, I'm a minister and stuff and soldier, and I'm not a felon or anything like that, so I should be able to get my gun. But the waiting list is that's how many people applied for guns. But I did it last week Friday, so you know. But I think there's gonna be a chaos everywhere. I think the thing is we need to stock up on a lot of food and water. I think you need lots of candles, flashlights, batteries, anything you can get. Stock up on all that food. I mean, we're talking pans. I'm talking about butter. You can't cook with frying pans a lot without much grease. Get Crisco. Get ramen noodles, but you need a lot of protein. You need a lot of vitamin C. You need a lot of fruit, vegetables. You need mixture. Stock up on medical supplies and stuff like that. A lot of the bigger thing is antibacterial and peroxide, antibacterial sprays, ointments. But get your bandages that have antibacterial on it. So you can just slap it on your arm, and it has medicine in it. Same thing, and that happened in Haiti, and it happens all over with earthquakes, any kind of natural disasters and stuff like that. You know, medical supplies and stuff like that. Stock up aspirin, flu, NyQuil, things like that. But you need high carbs, high protein for a diet. Fat, you need, let's say corned beef hash, because it has a lot of starch. It has grease in it. It has a lot of fattening in it. And it has a lot of carbs. You need energy, you need sugars. I would start stocking up on. I think we're at the end game now. I got an emergency preparedness team, and I know a lot of people out there. But at the same time, everybody is, and you can't help but have a bad feeling of what's happening in the world, whether it's the ISIS, the coup in Turkey, the massive Russian military mobilization along the Ukraine border, whatever. Whether we see a Ukraine invasion or Russian invasion of Ukraine, or you see a stock market crash, one or the other is going to trigger the other. But I think right after the elections, I think Trump's going to win. Right after the election is you're going to see stock market take a tumble, and you're going to see, at the very least, you're going to see prices of food. But I can see riots right after the election too, or definitely right after. But we're going into winter from like November 6th. We're going into the winter, but not a lot of people are going to be out there protesting in the winter. But in the spring, I think there's going to be a lot of demands, a lot of just like Venezuela, you know, food lines and everything happening here in America. You know, I drove out of Milwaukee and all that the other day. I live north of Milwaukee, and we're north, and you know, Wisconsin. But I thought about Milwaukee. You know, you can take all the DHS in the United States and whatever. You think Wisconsin National Guard could not button down Milwaukee. So how does people think that they're going to go house to house? You know, so leaving isn't an option anymore at this time of year. Okay, um, you have to stay at home, but then but the city I live in is only 43,000 people. If I lived in Chicago, that's a different story. You might want to leave. I'm not saying leave right now, and I'm not saying anybody to max out their credit cards, pay your bills, everything else. Because if we don't pay our bills, we're adding a burden to somebody else's responsibility. But think about having extra knives, a bug out bag, have, you know, a gallon of water with you if you have to leave. Have water purification, have knives, sleeping, extra socks, undergarments, shirts. Have an extra pair of boots. Wear combat boots like I do, brand new. Is that can weather a storm or snow. But have your gear, fire starting gear, flashlights, sleeping bags, anything you can make, you know, mess kits and stuff like that. Have that stuff ready to go because you don't know if whatever's going to happen. But I'll talk a little bit more in the next video. I'll say God bless you all.